Hello, I'm Peter Robinson, the Murdoch Distinguished Policy Fellow at the Hoover Institution. The great man or woman in history, I'm quoting the late philosopher and Hoover Institution Fellow Sidney Hook in his book, The Hero in History. The great man or woman in history is someone of whom we can say that if they had not lived when they did, or acted as they did, the history of their countries and of the world would have been different. Does George Schultz qualify? He does indeed. Apart from anything else, if he had not been Secretary of State to Ronald Reagan when he was, the Cold War would not have ended when it did and as it did. A few minutes with George Schultz.
Well, I think that the American way is the winning way. We have the winning hand. We do have to play the hand. We have to get our policies in shape so that the economy can take off again. We have to get our sort of set of arrangements in shape so that people feel good about themselves. And then we have to be able to reach out and help other countries. And you don't lead in the world by telling people what to do. You lead in the world by being helpful.
George, one last time, the wall. Just 10 months after you left office, November 9th, 1989, and the wall falls. Where were you? What did you think? What was your response?
I was here. When I left office, I came here. And that's where I was. And when I saw that had come down, I said to myself, well, it's about time. And it was a good thing.
I return to the man who's occupied 99 of these last 100 years. George Schultz, as a boy, you experienced the Great Depression. As a Marine, you fought in the Second World War. As a young economist, you served in the Eisenhower White House.
I
like Ike. Helping to put in place the policies that permitted the economic expansion of the 50s and 60s. Then you served in the cabinets of two presidents determined to defend this nation and its values during the Cold War, serving as Ronald Reagan's Secretary of State as one of the architects of the collapse of communism. As you told us in the film when we began, 5 children, 11 grandchildren, 6, soon to be 7, great-grandchildren. What do young Americans most need to understand about the duties they will be called upon to fulfill?
Well, I think it all starts with your family. A good family life is the building block of society, and it's your great thing. And I always look forward to our family gatherings. And I watch these great-grandchildren, and they're so lively. They're curious about everything. Every once in a while, one of them learns something. They look at you and laugh. Look at me, I just learned something. So you see, we're born curious and we're born loving to learn. So we want to keep that fire burning all the time. Then it seems to me, we work in some place, so we want to be part of that workplace. We want to make it a friendly place and want to make it fun to come. And we have a community to contribute to. So all of these things are there. And then it seems to me, and you get this out of serving in the armed forces, a certain patriotism. You want to serve your country. And you're a Marine and serving overseas and other services, it's the same thing happens to you. And you learn a lot of things. You learn that you succeed as a team. As an individual, you're nothing. You're a team, and you work with teams. And the team has a leader. And you don't always get your way, but you follow that leader.